Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. In this video we are going to talk about cracking product management interviews. Well, I'm not going to give you these are the top 5 questions and these are the top 5 answers for these questions. We are going to look at something even more important. That is, what does a product manager actually do and how can that help you answer a lot of questions that come along your way in the interview. Okay? Before we jump into the actual discussion, I just want to make a small announcement. If you go check, there is a link in the description box, a Google form link. And this is about an event that is happening this weekend, that is Jan 22nd. An ex-Amazon product manager from Luxembourg office is actually taking a session on, hey, what do you do as a product manager? And also in this session, you will be divided into small groups so that you can do some small tasks that are assigned to you, which are typically done by a product manager. This will give you some hands-on experience of what a product manager role is, what do they do on a day-to-day basis, how many different people you are going to work with. So it's going to be a super interesting experience. If you are looking for a product manager role, please do check that link in the description box. It's a 1-hour program and you would definitely learn a lot from it. Okay, so now moving on to the main discussion. That is, hey, how do you crack product management interviews? This video is divided into 3 parts. Number 1, what does a product manager do? Number 2, what are some of the challenges that a product manager is solving on a day-to-day basis? And number 3, what are some of the good things and bad things about product management role? Okay. And across each one of these topics, we will look into potential interview questions. I know that's what you would be waiting for. Number 2, what are some of the do's and don'ts of answering these questions? And finally, we'll understand a bit about the topic itself. Okay, so jumping right away into the first point. That is, what does a product manager do? Well, I'll give you a link somewhere over here, which can help you understand in detail what a product manager does. But to keep it in a nutshell, product managers typically own the product and they are responsible for the success of a product. It could mean increasing revenues, or it could mean increasing the number of downloads, or it could mean increasing the engagement of the product itself. Correct? If a question comes your way that, hey, what do you think is the main responsibility of the product manager? You cannot go and say that, hey, the main responsibility of the product manager is to increase the revenues of the product. That is absolutely wrong. You have to say that it is ensuring the success of a product. But even more important than the success of the product is the success of the customer. Only if they accept the product, then you are successful as a product manager. What is the main role of a PM in the team? Why do you want to be a PM? What is product management in your opinion? What is the most important aspect of PM role? For any of these kind of questions, if you keep customer as the center of your answer, that is going to be a wonderful answer. If you're talking about your own achievements, that is completely fine, but you need to make sure that, hey, you are always thinking about customer. That customer obsession is the key for any product manager's success. Now, moving on, the second thing is, what is the challenge that a product manager is solving on a day-to-day basis? Well, as we have talked about that customer success is the most important thing, understanding the customer itself is one of the key challenges that a product manager is facing, right? How do you understand a customer? It could be through survey, it could be through reading in a blog, or it could be about in a forum, or it could be understanding some usage metrics. If you can bring out these kind of answers in your interview questions, that would be wonderful. For example, a question could be, hey, how do you improve Amazon Alexa if you are attending an Amazon interview? If you are attending a LinkedIn interview, it could be, hey, how do you improve LinkedIn? Well, I can say that I have been using LinkedIn for a very long time. I love that product. However, there are a few things which I believe can only help LinkedIn even further. Well, this is my observation, but also I've been following LinkedIn product updates continuously. I'm also reading a lot of forums and blogs, so I know that there are a lot of people also of the same opinion as me. For example, there is no feature around saving a draft post, right? If you start a post, you need to finish it. Otherwise, that post is lost forever. That is a simple feature and I think that can be implemented easily. What I am trying to convey through this answer is that, hey, I love the product, I use the product, and more importantly, I'm basing my answer based on research from my own experience, from reading blogs and surveys, and also following different product updates happening on the platform. So it indicates to the interviewer that, hey, If you are doing customer research, you are going to use multiple platforms. You are not just based on like a single survey, right? That's an important thing for you to convey to the interviewer. The second important challenge that any product manager faces is bringing all the stakeholders onto the same page, because as a product manager, you are working with marketing, operations, legal, technology, and a bunch of different folks. How do you convey it? If you are asked what were some of the difficult decisions that you have taken in the past, you have to highlight the fact where you worked with different stakeholders. It could be your college sponsorship team, it could be your organizers, it could be your co-participants, it could be your like co-team members. A bunch of different stakeholders are involved in this kind of experience, and you need to highlight that. Now moving on to the third thing, that is what is a good thing and bad thing about product management role itself. Let's talk about the good things first. Well, as a product manager, you are in a very high impact individual contributor role. What does that mean? Only if you give a green light or a red light, the product is going to go ahead. Otherwise, the product feature or the product itself is not going into the launch. So you are one of the most important stakeholders, if not the most important stakeholder in this entire process. The bad thing is that you are an individual contributor, or at the most you will have a 2 or 3 member team. You are not going to manage 10 people, 20 people, or 30 people as a product manager. If you are going to go into the interview and say that, hey, I would love to become a product manager and in the next 5 years, I envision myself managing a 100 member team, that is absolutely wrong way of telling the interviewer that you don't know anything about product management. Okay, so you need not make these kind of basic mistakes if you understand the role a little better. Finally, summarizing these things, what you need to understand is that, hey, customer obsession is the key. Stakeholder management is the key. Doing research appropriately is one other super important thing. Fourth and final important thing, this will help you become a high impact individual contributor, but it is not going to help you become a great people manager in the short term or also in the medium term, right? So you need to tailor your answers accordingly, and any interview question that comes your way should have these as the fundamental blocks. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please give it a thumbs up and do share with your friends if you like this video. We'll look forward to seeing you again in tomorrow's video. Thank you. Bye.